Hey coin collectors, and welcome to DC Coin World International coin channel. Today we're going to take a look at the 1926 Lincoln 1 cent coin. We have two of them here. This one's actually a 25 because I didn't have a 26S. They're a little harder to get. They're not hugely expensive, probably a few bucks, $5 to $7 for one that looks this good, but I couldn't find the S, so I'm going to put the 1925 in there so you can see what the S looks like if it was on the coin, what the Philadelphia looks like with no mint mark, and then way over here you can see we have a beat up old D. Let's start with that. 1926, the Denver Mint, they made 28 million 1 cent coins. You can see it says, "In God We Trust" at the top, Liberty back here. This is a used one, and it makes sense because it's about 100 years old. Smooth edge on this coin, and then on the back we know it's a wheat cent because the wheat cents went until 1958. E pluribus unum at the top, 1 cent in the middle, United States of America here, and then ears of wheat on each side of the center. The highest price coin at the Denver Mint is one that looks much better than this. It's a Mint State 66 red, goes for $35,000. The Mint State 65 though still goes for $3,500. So it's hard to get a really good 1926 Denver Mint coin. They're worth in the hundreds of dollars, even down to MS60 and below. At the Philadelphia Mint, this one here, and you can see this one's in much better condition, very readable here. You can probably even read the initials down at the bottom underneath. You can just barely see them, but there's a V, a D, and a B there for Victor David Brenner, the engraver of this coin. He first engraved in 1909. The Philadelphia Mint made 157 million versus the 28 million at Denver. Of the 157 million, there is one Mint State 68 red, which is a bright red version of this coin. This kind of red, but in much better condition, is worth $36,000. In fact, we know it's worth $36,000 because one was sold at a heritage auction in 2025 on January 19th, 2025 for $36,000. And if we look at the back of this one, you can see there's going to be much better detail on the back here. And then finally, we don't have the 1926S, but here's the 1925S. At the San Francisco Mint, they made $4.5 million. A Mint State 60 from San Francisco is worth $550. A Mint State 65, they found 4 of them so far. They're worth $125,000. Just amazing to think that a San Francisco Mint penny from 1926 could be worth $125,000. And we know that it could be worth it because one has sold for as much as $149,500 at a heritage auction in 2006. What other coins did they make? Well, of course, they made the Standing Liberty quarter in 1926, and these ones are almost impossible to get a good date on unless you get it in great shape. It would be right down here, and you can see this is an S for the San Francisco Mint. This M over here is actually the engraver's initials. Liberty at the top, "In God We Trust," and on the back of these quarters from 1926, you're going to see the eagle flying. United States of America, E pluribus unum. They made dimes in 1926, and this is a 1926 Liberty dime. You see Lady Liberty dressed as the god Mercury looking to the left. And then if you go on to the back of this one, this is where you'll find the mint mark on a 1926 dime right down there. And you see this one is from Denver. They made the Buffalo nickels in 1926, and you can see the 26 here. You can't see much else. The Indian chief's image facing to the right and Liberty in front of him. United States of America, E pluribus unum on the back, and then 5 cents here. And on this coin, the mint mark would be down here. There is not a mint mark, so this is a Philadelphia Mint nickel. They made the walking Liberty half. So it was the Standing Liberty quarter, 1926, the Walking Liberty $50 in 1926, Liberty walking to the left with the sun coming up, "In God We Trust" here. And then on the back of the half dollar, we see this is United States of America, E pluribus unum, and then down here it says half dollar. And this is where the mint mark would be, right there. That's the S for the San Francisco Mint. They made the dollar also, and this is again, we didn't have a 1926. They are relatively rare, the dollars are. This is the peace dollar. So we brought out in 1925 because we had one of those. And you can see the crowned Lady Liberty facing to the left, in God we trust. And then on here you see it says United States of America, E pluribus unum, $1. And then right down here at the bottom it says peace, P-E-A-C-E. And that's why they call them the peace dollar. And the mint mark would be over here. There's not a mint mark over here. So that means this is a Philadelphia Mint peace dollar from 1926. This is actually the 25 version. Finally, they did not make the $2 bill yet. The $2 bill first came out, the red seal $2 bill first came out in 1928. And so this is 1928. G, it's made a little after 1928. So they didn't have the $2 bills yet, but they did have paper $1 bills also, in addition to the silver peace dollars. And you can see this is the back of the $2 bill from the 1928 series. All right, so back to our coins. We have the 1926 Denver, we have the 1926 Philadelphia, and we don't have the 1926 San Francisco, but if you find one, it could be very, very valuable. So look for the S, look for the Philly, and look for the Denver Mint coin from 1926. Oh, one other thing I should bring up is people always ask, well, are there any error coins for these coins you're doing? Well, in 1926, there are a few error pennies that can be worth up to $290, and these invariably are the off-center versions. So you'd get one of these that was way, way off. So if you get an off-center 1926 penny, it will often be, the L will be non-existent because it's in the rim. It's kind of close to this. And you'll have more space here, or it'll be forward to the front more, and you'll have a lot of space behind the L. The off-centered ones, again, come in little different versions. There's not many great ones. Many of them will look like this one on the Mercari website. You see up there in the corner, mercari.com. And so this one's for sale on there, and you can see that it is clearly way to the front here, enough so you're almost missing all of the 6. And then if we go here back, you can see that you can buy this for about $35. So if you want to get an off-center one, really kind of hard to see all the stuff on it, but it's kind of a fun one. And for $35 plus shipping, maybe it's worth it to you. All right, back to our coins. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. We'd love to have you subscribe to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.